All right, guys, we're out here at Mr. Hanson's home. What we're going to be doing today is we're going to be attempting a shingle repair. What I've done here is I've outlined one of the shingles that was prescribed for repair. In total, I think there is a plethora of sporadic wind damage across the entirety of the roof that was covered. So we've located one of those, outlined it in this blue chalk here. Other thing I've done is I have individually labeled each tab that is going to need to be manipulated slightly, unsealed, in order to successfully remove the nail heads and remove the nails and remove the shingle that was prescribed for repair. Okay, so the one prescribed for repair, as you can see, it's already completely torn, creased, unsealed, so we don't got to worry about those. Step one is we are going to have to unseal tabs 1 through 8 so that we can see where those nails are located, access them, and then successfully remove them. One or two things I do want to point out before we get started with the repair. I am going to be extremely cautious while performing this repair, and I'm only going to manipulate or lift tabs 1 through 8 the absolute minimum amount possible in order to successfully locate those nails and remove them. Should only really have to lift each one of those tabs during this process about 15 degrees or so. Now, when we install a new shingle, they're going to need to be lifted significantly higher in order to fully get the hammer under that tab and drive the nail in flat and flush. Okay, so we'll start. We're gonna unseal, like I said, tabs 1 through 8, and even while doing that, we're going to be extremely cautious as to not cause any further damage to these shingles than what's necessary. I'm placing my hand over the top of these shingles simply to provide more stability while unsealing them. This specific shingle is in pretty rough shape. They seem to be extremely brittle, and so I do not want to tear or damage them if I don't have to. Unsealed shingles 1 through 4. We're going to move up to the second row now. Shingle 5. There we go. Moving along nicely. Oh, I can, feels like a little bit of transfer going on there, but we got her done. Last two shingles, 7 and 8. Alrighty, tabs 1 through 8 have now been successfully unsealed. We're now going to start the process of locating the nails. We got one here, start on tab 1. And again, very important, as you can see, only lifting this tab 1 about 10 to 15 degrees, only enough in order to successfully be able to remove that nail head. There we go. Along to tab 2. Looks like got a total of 2 nails underneath tab 2 that we'll need to remove. those ones. All right, move along. Shingle 3 here. Looks like we got 3 more here. No, these ones are, this is the shingle prescribed in the repair. Nonetheless, though, these nail heads have completely pulled through. Making it difficult to remove that nail. There we go. Okay. Move along. We got shingle 4 here. Alrighty. First row is done. We're going to move up to the second row, tab number 5. And again, even just with removing this one nail, if you want to come around here so they can get a good view, I want to show you here. So this hole here is the hole of the nail that I just removed. No nail there. This is the second nail, and it is completely pulled through. Again, just another sign of the wind damage that is across the entirety of this roof. We're still gonna have to remove that nail in order to get the prescribed shingle out, but I just wanted you guys to see the type of stuff that we have been seeing overall. And actually, Mike, simply from removing that nail that was pulled through and being extremely cautious while doing so, we have now a complete tear and rip to tab 2 from removing the nail heads under tab 5. Keep in mind, tab 2 is along a shingle that was not originally prescribed in the repair. We are now going to have to replace that shingle as well, since it was damaged and not originally prescribed in the repair. For the time being, we are going to go ahead and continue on with the repair. And it is the same shingle, but looks like we did do another small tear, shingle 2. So now it has incurred additional damage to multiple tabs and shingles that were not originally prescribed in the repair. All right, moving along up to tab 7 now. Once again, nail head pulled completely through. Mike, if you want to go ahead and just show me that one as well. So this is the nail head that needs to be removed in order to successfully take out the shingle prescribed in the repair. As you can see there, again, just completely torn through. And it is, there we go. Alrighty. Moving along. I believe we have removed all of the nail heads. What we're gonna do now, before I pull out this shingle, again, just gonna do a little recap. There is some creasing and some brittleness that we're seeing on the top of the tabs, but as I showed you earlier in the video, we have undoubtedly created additional damage to a shingle that was not prescribed in the repair simply from removing the nail heads. We haven't even gotten into hammering that new shingle down. What I'm gonna do now, from what I'm seeing and from what I'm feeling, I'm gonna go ahead and stop this repair attempt. We're clearly creating a good amount of additional damage to areas that weren't prescribed in the repair, and I don't want to continue to do that. That was just with me manipulating these shingles about 10 to 15 degrees. Like I said, undoubtedly, you're gonna have to lift each one of these tabs. I can kind of demonstrate a minimum of, about 30, 35 degrees in order to successfully get the nail head underneath here and drive those nails in. Not only that, but with the amount of granule loss we're seeing, when I'm driving those nails in with a hammer like so, it is just gonna further expose and loosen all of these granules across the top that we're seeing, and even across the center here, some of this creasing that is beginning to take place. I mean, the granules are just completely falling out. As a licensed general contractor, in good faith to this homeowner, there's no way that I could perform 30 to 40 to 50 shingle repairs sporadically across each one of these slopes on this roof without it becoming a massive domino effect, and that 30, 40, 50 shingle repair turning into hundreds of shingles. From what we've displayed here, I think it's pretty obvious a repair is just not possible on this roof. So we'll go ahead, we'll tarp this area up just so there's no additional leaking, and our mutual customer is protecting the home further. We'll get this sent in and look forward to hearing back and getting our mutual customer taken care of. Thank you, guys.